Oh, it's okay, Goody. This is like a free-flowing show tonight, and we are super excited because this is the Vodka and Cognac show. We've already been sipping a little bit, and we have a very, very special guest tonight. Would you like to do the honors, say, sir?
Oh my God, yo. Give me a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and the only, the phenomenal,
Yes.
the exciting, the exuberating, the just magnificent.
Yes.
The only sexologist that you need to know right now.
Period.
In the building. Finna be doctor at some point in time, but you ain't even gotta worry about that right now. Just know that she your sex doctor tonight.
Hello.
I need y'all to show some love for our girl, our sister, the one, the only Miss Goody Howard.
Woo-hoo. Yes. How exciting.
I mean, that was a hell of an introduction. Like, what if I don't do no tricks? You know what I'm saying?
I think you're gonna do a few tricks.
A couple. This is my existence. I don't even know how not to do tricks.
You don't know how not to. She told me on the phone, she was like, did you warn them? Like, you know, you should have warned them about who I am. Like, I don't know how to be any other way.
All my friends, when they introduce me to new friends in their lives, issue a disclaimer for me. Regardless of, sometimes they don't, and just be like, so Goody, tell us what you do. And then it's like, oh shit. But can I cuss? Is that a thing?
Of course you can.
Okay,
we can't be talking about dickings and fuckings.
Listen, I'm orally fixated, and profanity feels amazing in my mouth, and so it's a part of my.
One more time, say that again.
I'm orally fixated.
It was poetry.
And profanity feels amazing.
That's
in my
another
mouth.
T-shirt. That's
poetry.
another T-shirt.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, even when I do like the trainings for like healthcare professionals and doctors and shit, my intro is like, "Hey, my name is Goody Howard, MSW, MPH, PhD, My pronouns are she, her, and boss, and I don't code switch and I cuss a little bit."
Yeah,
Come on, boss. That's boss shit. That's boss shit. Tell them who you are.
That pronoun of boss. Tell the people why you chose that pronoun.
Because motherfuckers get it twisted sometimes. Especially in what I do, right? I'm a sexologist, educator, consultant, and with sex, people think because they're fucking, they can do my job. And so they discount me until I open my mouth. Every workshop I do, every class I teach, every party I do, somebody in the room think they can do my job. So I have to draw the line in the sand. Bitch, you're on that side of the line. Okay. And I'm on this side. I used to be you, bitch, but then I became me.
Yes. Wow. And you went through some shit. Because I remember when you very first began the journey, and I'm sure I wasn't there at the very beginning, but when you really started just really focusing on it and going through your studies and just pushing your brand, and man, it's just been amazing to see. It's very inspirational.
I've been doing this 17 years.
Wow. So I haven't seen where you began doing this.
I've been doing this 17 years. And so actually today when I took my son to a meeting with me, we were having a conversation, and he was just, sitting over to the side, and we're talking about sensual intelligence, and it's a sex dungeon where this event is going to happen on February 12th.
Nice.
And so, right. So there's like a whole harness bed and like a little fucking machine. So he's asking what things are. And I was like, oh, that's a fuck machine. You put a dildo on it and you just kind of crank it, and it kind of thrusts the dildo into whomever. Right. And so he was like, what? And so then, and the guy who I was meeting with, he was like, is he okay? I was like, yeah. And my son said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Right.
He said, she been doing this my whole life. And I say, I'm not new to this, true to this all the time. So he said she was paying for football. I was paying for Pop Warner with dildo money.
There you go.
AskGoody.com was sponsoring homecoming.
I know that's
They was
right.
like, oh, we gonna have sandwiches for the boys. I said, no, we having fried chicken for my babies.
Yeah.
Now,
like
how
we
you doing?
checks from the business account. This is dildo money.
Now.
You opened it. You gave me the alley-oop, so I want to know. I'm gonna ask the question off the muscle.
Question. We're throwing questions, and Goody.
We don't have our normal flavor.
Goody.
Listen.
Follow her right now. Ask
AskGoody on Instagram. I actually am on every social media platform. I'm Ask Goody. So I go get my name whether I use the platform or not. I neither tick nor talk at the moment. I neither snap nor chat. But
you need to start ticking and talking.
I'm working on it. Okay, I've been reeling. Okay.
Okay.
Little bit.
Working on it. Got it.
Okay.
Working it in.
Okay.
But all the places: LinkedIn, Pinterest, fan base everywhere.
What I'm not about to do is link with Ask Goody on my LinkedIn. But that brings me to my first question, which is surprisingly not the contraption with the dildo.
Oh, that was the manual, and there was an electric one in the back by the sex doll.
We gonna get to that. But my question to you is, as we all grew up in a lot of, or at least our group of people, we grew up in this like taboo type of sex thing where people don't want to talk about it. Why are you so free in the education of your children with sex and being sex positive with your children? And how do you feel like other parents should kind of adopt what you do as well, or either a form of it?
I definitely a form of it, different strokes for different folks. I grew up in what I consider to be a sex positive household for the time. I'll be 42 in 2 weeks, so just know,
I just turned 42. Yes, come on, 42.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm about that.
but my mother is a nurse, so we grew up with anatomical conversations, very medicalized conversations around sex. Never talked about pleasure, never talked about the social impacts of sex or any of that. But I knew, and so that kind of made me the freaky friend, right? Because I understood menstruation. All my friends started having their cycles, and so I'm, helping everybody figure their shit out because Shay had already taught. Shay is my mother.
Okay.
Shay had already taught me everything, right? So I was prepared for success, and it was helping me prepare others for success. As far as being a sex positive parent, I think it's important because what we fail to realize is that we're raising other people's partners. And the way you show up in your romantic relationships is usually right in alignment with how you were raised, good, bad, or ugly.
True that.
So I'm thinking, okay, I don't want my son to have the same challenges in his romantic relationships that I had with his dad. Right? And then when I was pimping, which is the period of time before I married Mr. Howard.
Oh, okay.
That's what we refer to it as. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. So back when I was pimping, I would meet dudes and they'd be like, well, can you cook? Can you? And I was like, how you was eating before I got here, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck? But, these are life skills. This has nothing to do with my ability or value or worth as a partner.
True.
And so I want my son to be able to cook and clean, and so that he can get a partner because he likes that person, not because he's hungry and his clothes are dirty.
I know that's
So
right.
if we remove the sex from it, people hear sex and stop listening. Comprehensive sex education is life skills,
Right.
interpersonal skills, boundaries, autonomy, navigating negative emotion.
Wow.
Right? It's all of the things. And so people get caught up in the sex part of it and lose all focus on the rest of it. So I consider it to be life skills, right? And so when you're talking about sex positive parenting, that's everything from understanding that it's not just one conversation. It's ongoing, and you let the child kind of guide the conversation. It's not just the birds and the bees talk, not just the masturbation talk, not just the menstruation talk. And young girls don't get a masturbation talk.
We did not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The world,
I've tried to ease into it with my 17-year-old, but
you might as well buy her something.
Well, the thing is,
Unless she's fucking already.
Well,
even if she's fucking already.
I've talked to her about it, but it's just still because I never had those conversations like that with my mother. It's something that I wanted to really break that what I call a generational curse.
It is a generational curse for sure.
So I wanted to break that. So we talk about sex and all that, but just having that, like the masturbation talk, like, are you interested in getting like a toy or something? I'm like, I don't even know how to have the talk. I need to call Goody.
Yeah, because I do those. I will talk to your kids. But there's also a platform called Sex Positive Families, and it's run by a brown woman named Melissa Pinter Carnegie, who is a fucking genius, based out of Austin, Texas.
Nice.
Texans stay representing, even though Texas stay embarrassing us.
Right. Bible Belt shit.
We are the buckle of the Bible Belt.
Yes.
But she has a whole platform called Sex Positive Families, and it helps prepare parents to be the primary sexuality educator in their home for their children. She has workshops and worksheets and workbooks and flashcards and all kind of shit.
Amazing.
Just looking at her Instagram feed, you will get a better point, better direction on how to approach certain things.
That's awesome.
So she's really dope. I do the 101 stuff, and then I send them right over to her because you don't have time. It's me.
So when it's too late to have that conversation about
12?
the 12? Wow. Tell us more about
12.
why 12 is the cutoff.
Well, comprehensive sex education starts at PreK. Comprehensive sex ed starts at potty training.
Okay.
When they start noticing that they got to do something with things between their legs.
Right.
So, but pre-K sex ed looks like the name of the genitals. the names of the genitals that they have, and the names of the genitals that they do not have.
Yes.
Because they need to know if somebody trying to bother them,
Right.
if somebody trying to violate them, they need to know, oh, they tried to put their penis in my face.
Right.
They tried to put their vulva in my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? I had a friend who's a teacher, and the little girl came up to her and said, my dad is playing in my kitchen. And she was like, oh, that's so sweet. He's playing, they playing cook with everybody. No, that man told her kitchen was her vulva.
Wow.
So she's trying to tell it, but she was groomed because she wasn't prepared for success because she didn't know what her body parts were called.
Yeah.
Your hoo-ha, your pocketbook,
So
all that shit.
important to
So
say the word.
you're against all of those nicknames. Let's call it what it is.
Say
Now,
the
when you get
word.
older
Yeah.
and you can,
Yeah.
Right.
do what you want. Call it what the fuck you want. But when you're sick, 2, 3, you need to know the names because then you are less attractive to predators. Predators know who they can do that shit to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so you have to prepare your children. To me, my parenting philosophy is preparing your children for success, whatever that looks like to them. Because often we want to live through our kids.
Wow.
Sure.
Fuck that. I got my life. My children are watching me live my dream.
I know that's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's the generational curse I'm fucking breaking.
I know
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's
Come
like,
on. Can
it's
we get
like-
some hand claps for that? Absolutely.
so like with parenting, it's not one conversation. I have a homeboy that got 4 boys, and he's like, "Listen, when y'all think y'all want some pussy, you know what I'm saying? Holler at me. We'll go get condoms." That's not how that works.
Yeah.
But that's how
You
most
gotta have
that's
a
how
conversation
most
about
of that conversation go. You know what I'm saying? My dad was
sure.
like that. Like I gave him all the condoms and told him what to do, and it's kind of like, nah.
Like, fuck all
where
that.
was the conversation?
What to like? Okay, so
what it means.
by the time
the
it, by
emotions
the,
that comes
and
with
it's clandestine usually. Usually somebody's daddy is working late, somebody mama on a trip, and we fucking
it. Right.
right. So I ain't gonna have time.
Trust.
You know what I'm saying? A little conference. You know what I'm saying?
confirm nor deny if
So it's like, so so ain't no time for to tell you, hey dad, I want some condoms for Thursday. Because
Right.
No one's doing that.
Yes.
Put condoms in a bowl in your living room.
Wow. In the bowl with the candy?
Listen, so sex normativity and sex neutrality is like the new sex positive. So sex neutral is it happens. Be prepared for it.
Right.
Now, right now, the pendulum was sex negative. It's swinging back to sex positive.
Okay.
The middle is sex neutral. So right now, we're on sex positive because we have to compensate for all the
For all the
bullshit that's
negative.
happened.
Yes.
Right? So just a bowl of condoms where they're accessible. I say if you have children that have penises, talk to them about pleasure, talk to them about masturbation around age 10, prepare them for success by showing them how to put a condom on, and then give them condoms and lube to masturbate with. Because giving them condoms to masturbate with, okay, you get used to putting condoms on, that's skill building. You start to associate pleasure and condom use. Because the main motherfucking complaint is, it don't feel the same, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
But if that's all you fucking know, then that's what you're gonna roll with. And it's a quicker cleanup, so you know where all your socks and washcloths are on laundry day.
So what about for girls?
So
Yeah, because I got a whole different question. Because
so for people with vulvas, right, you want to show up a little differently. Talk to them about, yes, you still have to have the conversation about lubricant. The
Yes.
main reason that lubricant is important, whether you have a vulva or a penis, is because erections are blood flow. And if you are masturbating with something that is designed to be absorbed into the skin, like spit or lotion or, something like that, you're going to get this friction. And it's going to compromise the blood vessels that build that erection. So if you have a penis, you can break some and bruise your penis, and it changes the way your erections happen, and it changes the erection quality. And for clitoral erections, it's the same thing. You're going to fuck that. The clit has way more nerve endings than the tip of a dick, okay? So
Right.
you're going to fuck all your shit up
wow.
because you just went,
If you're not,
you know what I'm saying? No, boo. Here's some lube.
So the
Look.
shit that we done saw on TV, and mind you, we gotta ask these questions for y'all. But the shit that we done saw on TV where the bitch is just like,
I mean, in a pinch, but really your mouth is most like the nastiest part of your body, and you're just putting
putting bacteria. on
your
shit,
pH
right?
balance is on Leviticus now because
but my mouth is what? Okay, we'll get into that.
no, I'm saying for oral sex, okay, yes, but that's different because of the arousal function, right? The
Okay.
arousal cycle. So there's kissing, there's hugging, there's foreplay, so your body is prepared. Usually masturbation is functional for people,
Right.
and so you're just trying to get that thing so you go to sleep or whatever the case may be.
Or wake up.
Or wake up, focus, whatever, right? And so it's a little different because your body is
Yeah.
not in the same space physically.
Yeah,
Right.
that
okay.
makes sense.
So
Okay.
it just looks different. It's science and whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Science and whole shit.
Science and whole shit is the name of the book I'm working on. Don't ask me for it because
I like
I love
that.
I also own scienceandwholeshit.com.
Boom.
So
So don't
don't
try
try
to
to-
get it. Don't try to get it.
Because my bachelor's is in business. Don't do me.
Don't try.
So I guess my next question for you.
It's my turn.
Oh well, shit. Well, go ahead. My bad. Don't be yelling at me because I'm sitting over here trying to learn about sex shit.
So this is a really good question, and you kind of brought it up where your body does certain things. And I feel like I was looking at a question that you were answering online or something like that, and like when a woman is giving fellatio, for instance, there's all types of different things happening to your body. What I'd like to know is why do you feel like some women, for instance, can squirt just from giving fellatio, things of that nature?
Okay. Well,
what all is happening there, or even come just from giving fellatio?
Okay, so in my blowjob class, it's called Lick.
I can't wait to take it. I have not.
In my oral, the replays are available on the site at all times.
Okay, I'm gonna buy it.
Because your girl gets pajama profits. You know what I'm saying? Nice. The replay is available at all times, but I do them live quarterly.
Okay, cool.
So in the blowjob class, we talk about sort of creating this operant conditioning where you are giving pleasure and receiving pleasure. So you stimulate the genitals, or you have a sex toy or something, and there's some sex toys in the bag that I can show you. Anywho, so yeah, I'll just take some of the toys out. So,
okay. Great timing.
Does this lift up? This part? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
There you go.
So when you use sex toys on your body while you're performing oral sex, something like this.
Do you need me to hold some?
You can I'll turn it on and you can hold it.
All right, I get the whole.
So this, you see, it's phallic, right? This part stimulates the clit, so you can insert it into the vaginal canal. It's going to stimulate the G-spot and the clit, and it's basically the shape of it stays in place.
Nice.
And you can use this while you're performing oral sex on your partner, be it fellatio or cunnilingus, because we don't know what you put in your mouth on. It's not our business.
Facts.
Okay? So when you put this inside, right, it's vibrating. This is also remote controlled.
Oh,
so you can give the remote to your partner.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Caution is over there like, okay.
We all taking notes.
So you can
now.
give this to your partner, and then while you're performing oral sex, you're being stimulated, right? So you start to create this kind of circuit, and you wire this circuit to give you this operant conditioning of giving pleasure and receiving pleasure, and it creates this Pavlovian response to get you to a point of orgasm while performing oral sex.
Quick question. That's vibrating the whole time? Yeah, somebody gonna bust a nut and lose their concentration with this.
But have you ever had somebody come while giving you head though?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yes. So, but nah, like for real, I don't want you. Don't lose my goddamn space because you didn't focus.
I'm just feel that. So
yeah, that's good.
So that is, some people need that type of support.
Yeah.
With it.
or if you. Is it support, or is it just like an addition to what we're doing in the bedroom?
Well, it's I mean, all of that is like support. It's just that type of.
Like that.
You want to see it?
What is called?
That's the butterfly. Butterfly breeze.
Okay.
So we have that one, and then we have a lower tech version. I'm trying to find it.
So, but and as you're looking for
these
that
two,
enhancing-
they're built the same. These are the bunny dreams rocker and the butterfly rocker. They're built the same, but they cost way less than that. And they're not remote control, but they do vibrate. These parts vibrate.
How much is this one approximately, or just go to
95.
your website?
It's 95.
Okay. Got it.
So, but there is like, and maybe I read it somewhere, but there is like a orgasm that can happen
in the mouth.
throatally.
Well, in the mouth, not necessarily in the throat, but in the mouth. So it's called an oral orgasm. Okay. So we all have mouths. So anyone with a mouth can have an oral orgasm.
So touch me nots ain't lying.
No.
I just learned some
and
shit about.
Because I feel like I've had this before. Because I quite enjoy.
You remember I said I'm orally fixated. So those of us that are orally fixated tend to gravitate toward achieving oral orgasm more frequently, right? So people that have, people like, oh my God, Miss Goody, how do I know if I'm orally fixated? If you're orally fixated, if you talk a lot.
Okay.
If you eat a lot. Okay. If you're always chewing gum or chewing pins or bite your nails, your mouth must be busy. Okay. Probably orally fixated.
Nice.
All right. Shout out to all my orally fixated people. Now you know.
It me.
Right. And so in the blowjob class, well, really in the pussy eating class and the blowjob class, I tell them, if you have not reached orgasm from performing oral sex, your life is incomplete.
Oh.
And I'm here to help.
Yeah, I don't know nothing
Tell the
about that.
people.
But okay, so you mentioned something earlier about people coming to your class though. So now you saying that you got a pussy eating cat class.
Yeah.
So for those people who think they can do your job because they have sex, what would they benefit by coming to? What would me benefit by a whole me benefit by coming to your pussy eating class?
Well, first of all, again, oral sex is oral sex.
Okay.
Oral sex is performance art.
Got it.
I teach you how to maintain your instrument. I teach you about how your diet and your partner's diet impact your pleasure. We get into the science and whole shit of it all. We talk about the anatomy of the vulva.
Yeah.
Okay, how to add toys into your oral sex play. We talk about the different types of orgasms that are centered on the vulva. So you get the science and whole shit. You might know it feels good, but now when you know why, you move different. That's like when you went to the club, right? And you got the newest line dance, right? We wobbling, right? We out here. When you learn to wobble, you do the shit the way they teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you learn it, and
get
you
it,
start
you be
spinning.
like-
You facing another direction than the motherfuckers. You back because that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yes.
I'm doing a whole
Then you're
nother
gonna
dance.
do your own thing too.
Yeah.
I'm doing a
Okay.
completely different dance than everyone else.
Yes.
The razzle dazzle.
Yes.
My class is the razzle dazzle. I assume you know your way around the pussy before you get to me. I assume you know your way around dick before you get to me.
Okay.
And I will say this: my classes are very non-gender
Yeah, absolutely.
because sex acts don't have an orientation or a gender. You put in, it's a pussy eating class, and so girls and when I teach my blowjob class, dudes be like, "Oh, can dudes come to that?" I say, "Yeah, if you sucking dick, come on."
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a pussy eating class. Can women come? Absolutely. If you eating pussy, you're
Right.
welcome.
Right.
Right.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm saying?
sucking no dick, so I'm not gonna
So
come
no,
to that.
yeah,
class.
don't go to that
Yeah,
one. I
I'm not gonna
wouldn't.
go to that one.
But like
I'm
so,
coming to lick to that one.
so lick is the blowjob class. Lip service is the cunnilingus workshop.
Okay, cool.
And then I teach riteology, which
Can I
is
talk about that real quick? So I took the riteology class. And here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. So I had a very similar attitude, Says, as to the question that you had. And I was like, okay, I feel like I'm pretty good at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm interested to know what I'm going to learn. And I'm telling you, Goody, from beginning to end, I learned so many different just tips and tricks to just help with knees and different positions and longevity and, just
confidence, control, and stamina are the
stamina.
three
I mean, I really, really learned a lot. And so I was really happy that I took the doggone class.
And how many,
because it's gonna
how many
help.
positions did I teach? Not counting the variations, how many positions was it?
I don't remember.
4.
So here's what I'm going to say. It was 4, but there were like 3 or 4 variations
Yeah.
of each of those 4.
Yeah.
I'm sure
what was so
somebody's
cool
son
about it-
was gracious.
Oh yeah, this one was the husband.
Yeah, he
'cause
was my dummy for the class.
He was the
We
example.
trying to write my bed off and get a mattress sponsorship, so we did it in the bed in my room.
It was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
He looked like he was having such a good time and just keeping himself together.
Yeah.
It
He
was so
cracking jokes.
fun.
I mean, this is normal for us, so it was like
So much fun.
But
Yeah.
we do so, and also
Highly recommend.
you know what I'm saying. And the riteology class, is I created because I get dick riding questions all the time. But it's a non-gender dick riding class. So I teach you how to ride dick with your vulva, your anus, and how to caress 2 vulvas together.
And size doesn't matter either.
Well, I heard something that I might be interested in.
And listen, because there's something. Wait, there's more, right?
And then there's more. I like
I
it.
also teach strokeology, which is for people with penises and people that wear strap-ons to help
Wait
them.
a minute, son. Wait a minute, son. Let me bring my East Coast shit in there. Yeah?
So, in that one, it focuses on angle, pressure, stroke, and stamina.
Okay, so
Nice.
the whole thing, and I think that's, if I may ask,
Sure, please.
like, how do you stay so fresh with all of the different things that you're learning sexually? Because you are the teacher, so at some point you still got to be the student as well. So how do you keep your mind open to that? Because as the teacher, and at this point you're not even the teacher, you're the professor, you're the doctor of this at this point. So how do you maintain that mentality that you're just open with learning different things?
Well, I love learning. Tazamason teases me and says that my love language is certificates and degrees. He is not wrong.
Shout out to Mr.
Love
Howard.
it.
I did get 2 master's degrees in 3 years.
Yes.
That is an accomplishment right there.
Push.
And I was the first human being to get a master's of public health from UT Arlington.
So awesome.
Because the program
love that.
got extended to a full master's program while I was there. So I walked by myself. Well, I didn't walk because it was a Zoom because it was May 2020, but I was the only graduate.
That is so
and they created
amazing.
like an award called the Maverick Trailblazer Award in my honor or whatever. So every graduating class, they pick one student to give that award to.
I love it.
Amazing.
So, yeah, I'm Black History. It's Black History Month. It's Black
It gives
History.
me chills. Like I love Black woman boss shit.
Listen,
that, like,
but I have so
turns
many
it all the way
pronoun
up.
is a boss.
It's boss. Because if you don't believe it, who else gonna believe it?
Trust.
And my thing is like my bachelor's is in business, and because education is such a creative space, and you took the class, it wasn't a sexy space; it was an educational space,
It
right?
really was. It was laid back. It was very like you're just very down to earth. Like you, whether it's Zoom and I imagine in person, just kind of like you are now. You're just this is me. This is you're gonna get me.
This is what we doing.
Hey, but it's an open space.
I try to make it accessible and attainable for people. I feel like if it's not accessible, it's not revolutionary, and I consider myself a revolutionary.
I love that.
With the generational curses and all these things, you know, that question that was floating around Facebook, would you buy your 14-year-old daughter a vibrator?
Right.
Most people think, when they think vibrator,
We think that big ass thing with the from 1980 with
Like
the big
this
ass
big-
head on that shit.
you thinking
right.
something like this.
Oh,
Give me a second. Let me see that for a second. I just let me hold it for a second.
wait a minute.
Do I have to move it?
No, it does it by itself. Just hold it.
Let me hold it for a second. All right.
Just don't touch it on the springy part, because if you break it, you bought it.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. Might buy
So
it.
is this for more so self play or for
This
like
is for
couple?
whatever.
Okay.
What I love about sex toys is they don't have an
No, it's
orientation.
vibrating too. Okay.
Yeah, I love
You
sex
ain't
toys
let me
because they
play
don't
with it.
they don't have an orientation, and they don't have, you know, a gender identity or whatever.
So you're saying this is not for the 14-year-old. So what is
this-
for
so if
the
we're talking
14?
about for a 14-year-old,
uh-huh.
I would suggest, come on,
She got a whole toy bag.
it's a whole
I
situation.
can't wait to build my my inventory. I have a bag, but it ain't that full.
I would tell y'all a story about a whole sex situation that I found, but it's very disturbing for me. So I'm not gonna share it with y'all, but it lets me know that I came from a long line of nasty ass niggas. Very disturbed.
We must stay on brand.
What?
We have to represent for the family. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I would say is for a 14-year-old, right? Because this is a rechargeable, waterproof bullet, but it has a finger strap on the back and it has a textured silicone sleeve. So it's rechargeable because I'm really trying to move people away from battery operated accessories.
Gotcha.
Just because of the planet, you know. But so this is here, so it's easy to use, right? It's low impact. It's external. So often we think of vulva masturbation as something has to be inserted, right? This is external, so you can still, you know, figure their pleasure out, right? And it's also great when they get a partner and start fucking for real. You can use it on yourself. You can use it in addition to oral sex on the penis. You can jiggle the balls while you're sucking dick. You know, it's a lot. If you are having sex with a partner and you're laying on your back, and you got your legs open or whatever, and they hitting it, and you're on your back, they can have this on their thumb, be hitting the clit while they stroking.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is much better than their actual
yeah,
finger because
'cause-
they normally don't.
and this is vibrating.
First of all, you talking shit. I can't concentrate. I can't fucking concentrate. Do you want the stroke or do you want this?
Right, which is it, bitch? I don't.
Like, figure it out.
But you can just hold it tight, you know what I'm saying? Or you can move it slow, whatever, but it vibrates. And so something like this is great for any age group, right? But I think people are like, I wouldn't get my daughter no vibrators because so you want her to struggle through whack dick to find satisfaction
What
like
she
you
likes.
did.
Right.
Like you did.
Exactly.
You want her to struggle through pleasure till her pleasure scripts
Look
are
at
written
here.
and then they have to get unwritten because
I like to say, I mean, I feel like I not that I didn't have pleasure before, but it wasn't until I got into a certain situation. I shouldn't break it all the way down, but till I got into a certain situation after I had my daughter, the relationship that I was in, and toys were introduced. And I hadn't really fooled with toys until then. And I was 25, 26, something like that at the time. And so up until I had done, my fair share of fucking up to that point.
right. But
So
you
it
weren't
wasn't
fucking for
until-
pleasure.
It wasn't until then I loved having sex, but it wasn't until then that I had my first orgasm.
Right.
It wasn't until then.
Right, because
using
we are-
some toys and different things like that.
And you can do
so-
it without toys, but we are socialized as female identified folk, right? We are socialized to maintain our sex for the satisfaction of our partners, not for ourselves.
That is such bullshit.
And so we don't connect to the fact that pleasure is ours too. right? Ours also.
Yes.
And so what that looks like is you just doing it because you feel like you're supposed to get a man or whatever. And that's a whole nother mistake that parents make because parents often assume that their kids are straight.
My parents knew that their daughter went that way to the left, the way left.
I mean, but a lot of parents just make assumptions, right?
Yeah.
So like you can say, "Oh, you like a little girl in your class?" And your son gonna be like, "No," because he don't like a little girl in his class. You know what I'm saying? He like a little boy in his class. You feel me? Or they could be like, "Do you like anybody in your class? Is anybody in your class you like?" I just asked the same motherfucking question.
Right.
But listen, even as accepting as my parents were, I still didn't get a lesson. Like I got the basis of what I was supposed to do. I got the jokes, and one of the jokes that my mother would say is that God made two great things in the world, the Holy Ghost and an orgasm. And I still don't know how to feel about that.
God made the clitoris too.
You know what I'm saying? I still don't know how to feel about that because, you know, that let me know what my mom... Nope, my daddy tanged her, but whatever. But I still never got that conversation once they found out that I was a lesbian. I never got, okay, this is how you should probably feel.
Well, they don't know, for one. And people make assumptions about the sex that they're not having. Right?
Right.
And not knowing that the shit is real similar. It's the same. Your vulva look the same no matter who you fucking. The pleasure that's centered in your vulva is the same no matter who you fucking.
Right.
And so we don't understand how to have conversations around pleasure with our children. Wow. Now, I'll give you an example. My mother, like I said, was a nurse. She taught me all about menstruation. Every time she went to the grocery store and bought herself some pads, she bought me some pads from the time I was 10 on.
Wow.
Well, no, from the time I was 8. Because people start menstruating early in my family. So she 8, she buying pads. Every time she buy pads, she bought me pads. I got a whole fucking top closet full of pads. I started menstruating at 10. She's already told me what to do, showed me what to do. So fuck it, I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm out of pads. Hey, when you go to the grocery store, can you buy me some pads? She's like, look, girl, you don't need no pads. You ain't even bleeding yet. I said, ma'am, I've been bleeding for 12 years. I mean, for 2 years. For 2 years. I was 12 at this point. Yeah. I said, I've been bleeding for 2 years. She was like, no, you haven't. She made me go in the bathroom and show her my pad because she ain't bleeding me. And what happened was, she had already prepared me for success. So I didn't know I needed a press conference about the shit. You see what I'm saying?
So you didn't even tell her?
No, for what? She told me what to do. She said, this is going to happen. This is what you do. What the fuck am I making an announcement for?
That's like a different extreme. It's like, I'm giving you all of this scientific information, but I'm not having like just a general necessary conversation.
But it's like, I didn't know I needed to announce it because you told me it was coming. It's here. You gave me what I need for success.
I've even seen families have like parties.
Hendrix is getting a party.
I didn't have no party. I'm gonna tell you, my first time having that situation. I think my mother was as open as she could be, coming from the background that she was. So I'll never fault her for that. But I remembered, I was like, Mom, this situation in my panties, man, it won't go away. I've been wiping this shit all day. I'm like, listen, I checked. I ain't shit on myself. I really think what this is the shit they was telling me in the class. My mother looked straight at me. I'll never forget it. She looked at me, looked down at me because I'm showing it to her, and she was like, I don't have time for this shit today.
I love your mama.
And she walked off, but she came back and then gave me the lesson of what I needed. But again, these are conversations when I tell people, even as sex positive as they could be, I can remember a conversation, me asking, and I know the world they gonna freak out. Yes, I did ask. I was like, Mommy, can you get pregnant by swallowing nuts? She's like, what the fuck? Shit.
Like, who told what? What are y'all talking about at the schoolhouse?
Listen, my stepdaddy was like, don't worry about it, baby, I got it. And he was like, he said something to me that I will never forget. He was like, if you do it, you never do it again. And I was like,
He's not
I don't
wrong.
want to fucking try it.
He's not wrong.
And listen.
I'm not team swallow. Okay, I don't see how it helps the community.
Wow.
I mean,
you see the alley oop I just gave you? Why you not team swallow with all these people that swallowing?
How orally fixated must I be? What the fuck? What the fuck part of I am? That is so. That means
spit.
That means that I am hypersensitive to. Me being orally fixated means I'm hypersensitive to textures, flavors.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even. This water, once it gets room temperature, I'm not fucking with it because it's too heavy in my mouth.
See, I love room temperature.
You can't have.
To me, it's more
First
mental.
of all, come the ejaculate that comes out of a penis. Okay. First of all, male. I'm gonna say male ejaculate. The cum that comes out of a penis. Okay, should be the texture of spit, not snot. First and foremost.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. If it's too thick, if it's thick like snot,
if
he
it's
need
thick,
water.
Water.
He need water.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, I'm not doing that. I can't even like. I don't have a physical gag reflex, but I have a mental gag reflex. So if someone like hawks us.
Get yourself together. Get
If
it
someone
together.
does that around me, it's a wrap. If someone vomits around me, it's a wrap. But mostly spit.
Yeah.
And so if they hot, so I can't. And so even if they are properly hydrated, like, cause I'm gonna drink more water than anything else, it's still that's just like extra spit in my mouth. I'm cool, fam. So
It's just not for you.
Everything
here's
ain't
the
for
thing.
everybody. And so what I do in my blowjob classes, we talk about team spit versus team swallow.
I
And
like
if
that.
you are team spit, then I show you how to spit without rejection, because they don't spit it out when we come.
There
You're like, get a towel. What the fuck is wrong with you? No.
Okay, so
We're not talking about
hold
that.
on. Y'all didn't catch that. She said
Spit
spit
without
without
rejection.
rejection.
Yes, because
I
you're
like that.
validating the body that they brought to the game, right?
Yeah.
So you just, you can either keep sucking and like, take your mouth off the tip of the head and just keep your mouth similar, like in the area,
in the
and keep
let it come on
stroking,
out.
and then just let it come up and run down. Or you can like, angle it away from you and just work on the balls for a little bit while all that's happening. And there's a sex toy, Tootsie, she's right here. Tootsie swallows. So you can use Tootsie in addition to a blowjob. And
How do you use to? Okay, we'll come back to
you
that.
sure? Okay.
Because okay, how do you use Tootsie? So, because he
Oh,
was
look,
about to zoom in, he was ready.
Let's
All
talk
right,
about Tootsie.
how do you use Tootsie? Even though I have no need for Tootsie, but let's figure this shit the fuck out.
Okay, so this is Tootsie. If you notice, you see the ridges. This
Can you hold that up to the camera? You got ridges.
The ridges match the muscle structure of the vaginal canal,
Okay.
and she also has lips. She's
I got ridges
anatomically
in
correct.
I got ridges in my canal.
Squeeze, do Kegel right now. You feel it?
I did it.
When you hear Kegel, you do it.
Right, and I
you
was like,
do.
fuck.
When you hear Kegel, you do it. And I also want to let people know that people with penises have Kegels too.
Right.
And
y'all should do that.
You should do Kegels because it strengthens the root of the dick. It helps with stamina. It helps with erection quality. And it helps shorten the refractory period, which is the space between round 1 and round 2. So if
Okay.
you can make your dick jump, those are your Kegels. If you don't know how to make your dick jump when you're peeing, stop the
Make
flow
it
of
jump.
urine. That is your Kegel muscle group.
Hey.
And so if your dick gets hard like this and points out, if you do your Kegels for a while, your dick might start to point up and you might start to have sort of a curve or a different angle. And that angle matters.
As the
Pay
resident lesbian, I know that the angle matters.
As the resident, you're the resident lesbian.
I am. I'm the resident lesbian that is not a touch me not. Please, ma'am, madam, somebody's daughter. Bury your face in it.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay.
All right, go back to Tootsie.
So with Tootsie, now Tootsie can be used as just a stroker, just a penis stroker, or she can be used in addition to oral sex on a penis. And so you will lube up the penis. Okay.
It's important to have this.
Lubricant is your
Lube is
friend.
everything.
Nah, but you gotta have this pump.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh honey. No. You take this and you get one of those automatic hand soap dispensers.
Oh,
and
and
you
just-
pour this in it.
Oh,
and you just
Mind blown.
Get-
Hey, when you edit this, please put the mind blown
Wait a minute.
because I'm
First of
finna go
all-
to Amazon.
Wait a minute.
wait, because I have an
Straight
affiliate
up.
store. Don't do it. Wait.
Okay. Okay. We need that
Because
link.
a business, I'm telling you,
Because
business.
that is, I love.
Like,
just a little and then you know what I'm saying?
bet that.
But-
Bet that.
This
Y'all
was-
heard it.
This was
Look,
it
they keep
before
you
that,
from
though.
having to work and find
And
the
you gotta
lube
be.
and find it.
This was it
And do
before
this and
that, but you know.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
And this is Adam and Eve personal water-based lubricant. It's my personal favorite
It is,
lubricant
so
because
that's great.
it
We want to
lasts
talk
for a
about that
super
too.
long time. It
She
doesn't
already
get
answered
sticky.
Doesn't get
And-
sticky.
Yeah, no, this is Luby
KY
from.
gets sticky
Your
now.
KY is the fucking devil.
I
It's the
never used
worst.
KY. I
KY.
used the black one, Wicked.
It used to be
Okay, Wicked is better.
But you're saying do Adam and Eve
Adam and Eve
from your store.
Yes, from
We
my
can get
store.
that from
Quit
your store.
playing.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
But no, KY is the devil. It is the Trojan of
terrible.
lubricants.
It's
Right.
terrible. It used to be okay.
Trojan of lubricants. You
All
heard
right.
me.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Give us a demonstration.
So
We
you
saw
put
it.
the
We
lube
saw it.
in Tootsie. I just do it in
Put
the back.
in Tootsie as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, we got
Okay.
macaroni.
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 So you lube it up. You lube her up. She's
Okay.
lubed inside. Y'all heard her go, right?
Yep.
You make the lips kiss the tip. Mwah.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
This, she's a little loopy, honey. I gotta get her on here. I gotta make her.
Get her on there.
I gotta get her on there.
Get her on there. She a little wet.
Okay.
All right, So you see this. Now, if your partner is bigger or longer or thicker than you're used to, it's a great addition. We're working smarter, not harder. Even if it's a dick you can handle, smarter, not harder, right? So now you performing oral sex on everything that Tootsie can't, that Tootsie doesn't cover. So you only got to work this much. You getting all this. So they're getting the sensation of the vaginal canal
on
here.
the whole thing.
Right? Now,
Nice.
science and hoe shit. The vein on the underside of the penis, the thick vein on the underside, is actually the urethra. But it has a sleeve of spongiosum muscle tissue wrapped around it. So if you're paying attention to your dick, when it starts to thump 2 or 3 good times before they bust, what's happening is the spongiosum muscle tissue is contracting to bring the semen and sperm from the testicles through the epididymis up the vas deferens into the urethra, out the tip of the penis. Okay, so science and hoe shit. So if you're paying attention to your dick, whether you are team spit or team swallow, bitch, when it starts thumping, make your life choice. Okay. Choose a squad.
What it's gonna be.
Choose a squad, bitch. You got 2 thumps.
Do you want it in your
I
mouth
just
or
feel
not?
like if you put it like all the way to the back, then it ain't gonna be like in my mouth per se.
Nah, you got. She told you. She just told you. Listen, she told you choose your side.
It depends.
Hold on.
On
So
who it is.
since niggas got a whole fucking vein, because women that I sleep with don't have a vein.
Unless you have a squirting dildo, but we'll talk about that later.
Let's not. We'll talk about that offline. She trying to make me buy all her toys.
Okay.
Listen,
My birthday coming, I need money.
but here's the question: How does a man who is pleasing a woman or a woman that's pleasing a woman gonna have that same cue? So with a man, you're getting this jump, this vein. Mm-hmm. What are you getting with a woman other than the fact that she tried to choke you with her thighs?
So if you're paying attention to your vulva, it starts to contract, like the freshels, which are the spaces in between the inner and outer labia.
What if you're not inside though?
No. I'm not talking about outside. You on the
Shit.
outside?
Oh, my bad.
I ain't scared of pussy either, Stace. You're not the only bitch in here eating pussy sometimes. So the freshels are the ridges in between the inner and outer vulva. Inner and outer labia.
We ain't got no.
I didn't bring no pussy model.
Okay, next time bring.
I will.
Pussy.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool.
Because I do have one.
Okay, so you said.
So
let me.
so let's say if the inner and outer vulva, the inner and outer labia.
Okay.
You know that little valley in between. That's the freshels. So that will start to
the lips.
No, in between
the in between the lips. Got it. Go.
So and the clitoris is this is the entire clitoris. That's why it's just like
Right
Wells Fargo because motherfuckers don't know where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Goody gear.
I'm sorry. I wanted to play with his head. That was
This
just. I'm sorry.
This is
Mr.
Goody gear. It's
Howard.
available on AskGoody.com.
You should have bought me that one. Goddamn.
Well, you didn't. It's on the site. You didn't ask for this one.
All right.
Oh, we have Goody shirts on. Mine says, "Get on his dick, not his nerves."
Mine telling whoever fucking with me, work my. It says there, work my clit, not my goddamn nerves.
So with Tootsie, right, when she swallows, okay, so you got these thumps happening, right? So you know some shit finna pop off.
So we know, but with the vulva, we don't have that.
Let me finish showing you how Tootsie swallows first.
Can she talk about the dick for a minute?
So what you do is you're working it while you're performing oral sex on the penis. You're gonna hold the bottom part, and when you feel that thump coming, and you're gonna pull and twist. And you're gonna keep doing your wrist like this. So
Can you do that again?
It feels like this.
Oh, I'm finna buy that.
Okay, can you do that again? Can you zoom in for him? Zoom in for him. Zoom. Okay, let's do it one more time because I know you ain't catch it.
So when you're performing oral sex on the penis, right, and it starts to thump, you hold the bottom because if you don't, when you pull up, the whole thing will slide
Come
up.
on.
Okay, so you hold the bottom, you pull and you twist.
This is a master class.
You see how I'm still moving it. You're still gonna create. This is the suction
because it's like a sucking motion. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody's swallowing. It's just not you.
Ah,
I believe in outsourcing.
I am not mad about this.
Can you now tell me how people who are into the vulva
are supposed to know because we ain't got this shit.
You don't.
And she just gonna grab the back of my head and fuck up my dreads.
It depends on how you're eating the pussy, right? So if you're very sensually, well, you can do it sensually fast. But if you're paying attention and you have your tongue like located anywhere on the clitoris, or if you've pushed up the mons pubis, exposing the entire head of the clitoris, you pulled the clit hood back and everything, you'll feel that.
Back up. What the fuck you just said? That was scientific. I don't. A mom's pubis.
Mons pubis. So like if you standing here with your legs closed and I'm looking at you, that V right there. Okay. That's the mons pubis.
Mons pubis.
So what you do is the rock is in the building. You press down on the inner upper thighs and do this, and it's going to present the pussy to you. You press. So you learn something that would have been in the class, but I don't know. I ain't eating all the pussy.
First of all, I'm not opposed, and you know this for a fact. I ain't opposed to taking a class to find out what I need to know.
Oh my goodness!
I be the nigga that's 72 going, good and tell me what you learned today.
Listen, and I teach sex through the lifespan, so please know it's a thing.
So the rock is in the building.
The rock is in the building. You're gonna inner upper thigh. You're gonna press and shift forward, and that's gonna lift the lips, the vulva, the clit, everything lifted up and present. So what that's also gonna do is pull the hood back off of the clitoris, because the clitoris has a hood too.
Wow.
Right? So you'll push it back and it should present. And so if you're like slowly kissing the pussy, right, you'll notice that when they react, their bodies thump too. Like there's a tightening, there's a contraction. So it depends. Like if you're kissing the pussy like you kissing the mouth, you'll be able to feel that in your mouth.
Right.
Now if you just like devouring and just being voracious, you may miss it.
Right.
But it just depends, because there's no wrong way to eat the pussy. Just without your teeth.
Y'all know just on GP, you feel me?
So I have
I
a
don't
question.
be missing that shit, but I am about to sign up for this class because
well, in the
I need
sensual
some
intelligence workshop, we talk about how to savor the pussy, because the whole point of oral sex is to make your partner feel delicious,
right?
Whether you sucking dick or eating pussy.
Okay, so but if they be like, stay right there, stay right there, stay right there,
just stay right there.
Okay, I just wanna be clear.
Let me ask you a question. So when it comes to men,
but look, even feel my hand now. I just wiped it off. Feel my hand,
and it's not all sticky. That's what I'm talking about. It's just soft.
It's just soft like lotion.
I've definitely used lube for lotion in a pinch. Sure have.
Okay. Let me
because that's not sticky.
Yeah,
and I've been wiping for a minute.
You know some lubes that are, and it'll have that nasty ass whatever that shit
film.
is. Yeah. Oh my
gosh. Okay. Terrible.
All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship from these people. Y'all holler at them and tell them goodies.
Give me 1 second. This is Adam and Eve,
and you need to pay Goody because she's out here telling everybody
Goody
about
out
your
here
food.
is letting us know. Like I was like, I fuck with Wicked,
right?
Like I fuck with the black bottle, but now, I'ma fuck with Adam and Eve. Why? Cause as Goody told me.
This is not an ad, but it should be.
It should be.
When I post stuff on my social media and stuff like that, I always put, this is not an ad, but it should be. And I ask the motherfuckers. Like these earrings, I wear these Goody earrings all the time. They sent me some gold ones for Christmas because I'm always wearing them.
I love that.
Like I get like tote and carry. I carry my tote and carry bag everywhere.
Yes.
People buy them because I told them to. I was on a podcast last week. He was like, I got a red tote and carry bag because you had.
They need to
I made him do a whole video. I was like,
sending you money?
No, but I need them to.
They need to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
go, Keish.
So here's the question: how do you recommend? I guess I would say, and maybe it just depends on the person. But how would you recommend that you get a man who is generally like just very a manly man to kind of like open up and maybe. Because I'm just like aware, okay, the pleasure center also for a man is like in his anus. So how do you get a man to maybe open up and let you play with his ass?
Leave him alone.
Bit?
Leave that man alone.
Mr. Howard shaking his head.
Leave that man alone.
Howard shaking his head. No,
let me tell you something.
No.
If he ain't open to, like, if he don't if he don't bring me into it,
if he's not open to it, like, you can suggest it. If he says no, no means no.
True.
Right. So understanding that you're not gonna always get what you want.
Yeah.
But you can also stimulate the prostate externally.
Okay.
So if they're properly hydrated, meaning they consume more than half their body weight ounces in water a day. Okay. When they're aroused, the prostate gland will swell up. Okay. Right. And so behind the testicles is that seam, right? The gooch, the taint, the perineum. You can feel if you're sucking dick, put your thumb behind the balls and press your fingerprint into the seam.
Okay.
into the body. Don't do this shit. You see, don't move your finger front and back. You might catch some asshole.
Too much.
Press into the body. Put your
Okay,
fingerprint,
push
your
off in there.
thumbprint
I got you.
on the seam, into
Okay.
the seam, right?
Okay.
And you'll be able to feel that spherical, like walnut-sized
Okay.
gland, right?
You gonna get punched in the throat.
Yeah, doing front and back, you will get punched in the throat, and that's not my problem. I just said what I said. Fingerprint to the seam.
I know how to pay. I know how to follow instructions.
Fingerprint to the seam, and you just kind of
beat
press.
the fuck up.
You
Nigga,
press
don't you do that
rhythmically.
shit. Sis.
I know how to follow instructions.
Hey,
Say.
dude.
So you want
I don't
to.
want to be called trying to fight some grown ass man because you done tried to fuck him in his
No, this
prostate.
I Texas,
didn't
we
do
shoot.
that. I don't be trying to.
I ain't fighting no man. We shoot
I don't
out
be
shit.
trying to strap on or nothing for no man.
No, so you want to take a well lubricated thumb.
Okay.
Okay, so a little lubricant or in a pinch, motherfucker. Spit is not lube. And press your fingerprint into the seam rhythmically while you're sucking dick. And so what'll happen is it'll create this sort of
I like that.
stimulation.
I just want them to feel like what that prostate stimulation feels like because
You
apparently
just
it's
want to
really
be
great.
in control.
No.
But you can also, so there are three different
I
orgasms.
like to please.
There are three different orgasms in the penis region, right? So you have the frenulum orgasm, which is right here. It's this little V-shaped part. This is the frenulum.
Okay.
That's basically the clitoris of the penis.
What?
And most penis orgasms start at the tip of the dick and work their way back into the body.
Okay.
Then you have
as fuck. Nigga,
then you
what
have
the
the
fuck is that?
then you have the P spot.
Hold on, cause I'm learning. I'm just trying to figure out what she said.
That's-
So what happened?
The frenulum.
Area right here.
That's what.
So it started right here, but it worked its way back, but it come back up.
Listen, you know how you get a clitoris orgasm? That shit starting your clit and it work your way back into your hips.
Okay, yeah.
Same shit.
Okay, well,
The penis,
should have said that.
the penis and the clitoris are anatomically. There's an
niggas is
anatomical
weak.
correlation.
Everybody starts out as a woman.
Yeah.
You
No,
do know that,
everyone's
right?
no.
I started off as
Okay.
an old
I
school
can't let the
dyke.
language rock. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Everyone
as a-
starts out with the female anatomy
Female anatomy.
because
Not
every
as a
woman does not have a vulva in every.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm
So
with
woman-
I'm with the trans community, so I agree.
I'm with him too, but like I was confused. I was asking.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yes.
There's
So
a
the penis-
there's a friendly nigga up here.
The
and
frenulum
shit
is your
go
friend.
down.
Yes, the frenulum is your friend.
Friendly nigga.
And so that's the one, and then the thumb stimulation, the fingerprint. That's a P spot orgasm, right? That's the second one.
What's the
And then the
third?
third one is a pelvic orgasm, and we talk about that one in rhodology when you get on top because you start to when you're on top, the angle, the pressure, and the stroke and the rhythm give you that
I remember
perfect
that.
storm to press the base of the penis, the root of the dick, back into the body, and it gives them a pelvic orgasm that starts from the hips.
Particularly with like cowgirl, which she says she doesn't like because she can't see the face of the other person. Reverse cowgirl. So she has a problem with that because she feels like the person
first of all,
loses themselves
because
in
I feel
looking
like
in
we
the
gonna
other
be talking
direction.
about this for the next 5 years. I got
I mean,
a
you
problem
the
with
one
this.
brought
a
it up.
segment.
Listen,
we need a
you the
segment
one
of
brought
things
it up.
Sace don't like in sex.
Yeah.
Well, do it in front of a mirror,
Then
She
then
don't
you
like
get it done.
reverse
I see
cowgirl.
that, but here's the thing: like the bitch zone out, and I'm like, hey, bitch, you're writing
Still
me.
back here.
Like,
I mean, you can do it in front of a mirror. You can do it in front of a mirror, and then everyone's happy.
nah, because I can't see.
You
My
can.
glasses is off.
Why the fuck you taking your glasses off?
Keep the motherfuckers up.
Listen, first of all, smart girls get better brain.
I can't see.
If I couldn't see without my glasses, I would keep them on.
Nah, but sometimes I can't eat pussy with glasses on. That's a thing. Like, cause
You
she
bitch
gonna.
better get you some goggles and call it a day.
Goggles.
Nah, cause
Facts.
I don't like contact. So at the end of the day, I'm not finna be in this bitch with NBA goggles on. Trying to
What was the
eat
dude
pussy.
named that wore the goggles that played?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do
basketball?
that.
What's his name?
Kareem.
Yeah.
I hate y'all for right now, but at
Get
the
some
end
of
of the
those,
day,
Sace.
Be the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or pussy.
Facts. You
like
be the
when
greatest of all
for
time.
me,
Go
for me,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
listen, guys. For me, I am the ultimate pleaser. I love to please a woman.
Oh.
Please don't hit me in my inbox. You will. That's the quickest way for you to get blocked. I'm an old school dyke, but I really like pleasing a woman. But there's something about the reverse cowgirl. Like they just zone the fuck out, and I feel like I ain't even there. Like
Well, so, okay, this might be an off-air conversation, but it depends on the type of strap-on you're wearing, too. Because if you have a strap-on that has an insertion point for you, when they angle down and hit reverse, it's going to stimulate you internally. You don't give a fuck about this.
Nah, we
Y'all
ain't
both
doing-
zoning out.
right.
You need another strap.
I'm not
the strap.
opposed to telling y'all
Get the
that.
strap.
Listen, ain't nothing inside me, but I'm not opposed to shit being inside me, but not a dick. So please, niggas, zoom in. Niggas, do not fucking hit my inbox. There are niggas that will murder you for fucking with me, so don't do this shit.
We can't help that you pretty and handsome simultaneously. Like, the fuck?
Like, I know. I look like my mama and my daddy.
Listen,
But
all my stud home girls are prettier than they bitches.
But
it never fails.
But listen.
Never fails.
But listen, at the end of the day, you know that I have, that's one of the questions that I've always asked you is how, because these studs, I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all. Y'all don't want to be church. Shout out to all the bisexual studs that's coming out that like this. Salute you. I ain't the one. But I am trying to make sure that the sensuality is there, that I think for lesbians, especially masculine presenting lesbians, have a problem with being just gentle, sensual, because you forget the fact that at the end of the day, as deep as this voice goes, and it's deep than a motherfucker. Nigga, call me at 7:30. Nigga, I sound like Barry White Jr.
Oh my goodness.
But also, if you hit the spot, nigga, that's
Singing like a bird.
I'm sounding like a soprano, nigga. Like, I will beat you in your motherfucking head. Bitch, get the fuck.
Okay,
get
so
off me.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking advantage of this platform to ask some questions.
Okay.
Do it,
Okay.
do it.
What would you say? Because I'm sure there are several different tips that you have, and I'm gonna get the lick replay. But what would you say is your number one tip on controlling the gag reflex?
There we go.
So the key to gag reflex control is breath control. Okay. And so a lot of times, put your thumb in your hand and do, bitch, I'm not gonna break my nail fucking with some dick. Dick is free. Nails cost money. No. So I say the key to gag reflex control is breath control. So you're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth and say, ah. So, nuh-uh. Open your
Yeah, I
mouth.
have to press
Drop your jaw.
Do it again. Do it again. You did it wrong.
Yes, not cute
Your voice so
right?
good when you said
And
ah.
so-
Don't worry about it.
So what happens is, the exhale from opens up the throat. The vibration from temporarily distracts the gag reflex. And your partner can feel through their penis.
Is that what the
Vibration.
fucking doctor been
Ooh,
telling me
the
all
vibration
this
of
whole fucking time?
Correct.
I
When you go to the
love
doctor's
it.
office and they put that
Fuck.
tongue depressor down and they say bitch, that's why.
I'm gonna report back.
What?
So here, no.
Don't fuck-
I'm not done telling you because you're gonna do it and you're gonna choke and that's a terrible way to die.
Okay.
So it's a plunge. So it's and you come back off the dick
Oh, and come back.
because you don't do like
And then sit
You know what I'm
there.
saying? That's your airway. You're
'Cause
gonna
ain't
die.
that's when like women be like,
Correct.
Okay, one more time.
Okay.
Can you make sure you zoom in to the plunge? Because I feel like 7 of y'all gonna miss this, and I'm trying to help you please your man so you don't come on to my side because he was unhappy.
Yeah, because we're
So
full.
we're
full.
We are full until 2027.
Motherfuckers be like, I'm a lesbian today, bitch.
No, you're not.
Good day.
So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed
So
to
you're gonna
say,
inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, which is easy if you're actively sucking dick because you can't inhale through your mouth with a dick in your mouth. Right?
makes sense.
So you're gonna inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and plunge as you say So it's and then come back up off of it. Now you can string them shits together. And the can get sexy. It ain't gotta be but it's a mnemonic device to remember to open and exhale.
I like that.
So it can be right?
I don't know where we
That's
just
it.
went with this conversation.
I am with it, and
Oral
I'm learning.
sex is performance art.
So
It is. And
say
I love
it one more time. Oral sex is what?
Performance art.
Is there a shirt?
It's not yet.
But you're gonna
Science
do.
and Hoe shit is coming, and oral sex as performance art is coming. We even talk about how to maintain your instrument, like how to brush your teeth
love
and
that.
brush your mouth
Oh, I love
in a
that.
way that helps help you reach orgasm from performing oral sex on someone.
I
For
love
niggas like me who
that.
don't like fucking morning sex because you ain't brush your goddamn teeth. You can't be
Things
eating my shit and your
Says
breaths.
don't like.
Yeah, make sure you put that on there. Things Sace don't like morning fucking sex.
I don't
and
even.
you ain't
she
fuck-
like nothing.
like nigga. You ain't even brush your teeth, nigga. You just gonna eat.
Well, you
my
don't
shit.
want to.
doesn't
You don't
matter
want
to
to brush
me.
your teeth right before you perform oral sex on anybody.
Oh, why not? Tell me. Tell me.
Because when you brush your teeth, you're creating tiny abrasions in your mouth and gums and inner cheek, right? those tiny abrasions, if you perform oral sex on someone, it leaves you more susceptible to acquiring irritation or infection. Now, I'm going to say this. I say irritation or infection because we're going to assume that if you fucking somebody and you putting your mouth on their genitals, y'all have been mutually tested and you know what's up. So maybe infection is maybe not an option, but irritation sure the fuck is, because the pH balance of your mouth and the pH balance of people's genitals, yes, penises have pH balances, could offset some shit. Maybe the semen, maybe the fluid and pussy juices could offset your shit. Now you got inflamed gums, you got gingivitis, you got, maybe halitosis.
We gotta
it
talk
can
about
impact
this real quick. We gotta talk about this real quick. So, like, there's this thing that a lot of women tend to know about when they have sex with men, whether it be generally unprotected. Okay, let's just go there. So let's say, well, here's the question. When women have like bacterial infections and things like that, and they're sleeping with the same man, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Is it a case of dirty dick? Or is it just the juices just not mixing and their juices are throwing off your juices and the pH balance is off?
Is there a third option?
What is that? Is there like a way that they can
Is there a third option?
I don't know. I mean, tell me.
Yeah, there's a third option.
What is it that, men are like, oh, So first of all, the vaginal pH is mad
sensitive. Like if I don't go to bed by a certain time, if I eat too much sugar, if the moon is full, bitch, we got a problem, right? So be mindful of that. The pH balance on the vagina is very, very sensitive. Now, if you have a person your pH is off, sometimes it's just your natural pHs are off, and that's just something y'all gonna have to eat. You're gonna have to have condomless sex, or they're gonna have to pull out, or what have you. Sometimes it could be diet, it could be intake. If you are not
on his part and her part,
yes, okay. So like if I'm plant based and he eats meat, that could throw our pHs off. If sexually transmitted allergens are a thing, right? He's allergic to penicillin, so they give him Bactrim. Guess who's allergic to Bactrim? So it takes, science and whole shit, it takes 3 to 5 days for the body to recreate a new batch of semen. Semen is what the sperm swim in. It takes 90 days to create a sperm cell, 3 to 5 days for semen. Okay. Semen carries disease, sperm carries disorder. So when he starts taking Bactrim, from that day forward until 5 days after he's done, we are using condoms because that semen has trace amounts of Bactrim in it. And I get every side effect. And if I have penicillin, then I don't get no head, and then we got to use condoms because it's a problem, right? So sexually transmitted allergens could fuck your pH up. It could be he fucking other people without rubbers. It could be the rubbers you're using are fucking you up. It could be your lubricant
without rubbers. And I mean,
my pH and your pH are different. If he fucks me, and then on Monday, and he come fuck you on Tuesday, even if he washed his dick, his pH has been compromised.
That's it.
And so it could be that. It could be the condoms that you're using, because I like Lifestyle Skin condoms.
Or
SKYN.
Like
right?
even the,
I like the skin joint.
Or even the lube, the type of lube that you're using.
Yes, the lubricants. You know what I'm saying? Even the sex toys. It could be you. It may not be them. It may be the soap that you use.
Yes.
It may be
because women are super fucking.
The vulva is sensitive. It could be the soap you use. It could be the shit you wash your towels with. It could be the dye in the towels. You're supposed to use white towels, white washcloths.
Ain't nobody finna be using them white shits.
There's dye in the towels.
There's dye in the towels, and I don't give a fuck how nice the towel is. I take lobster showers, is what Thomason calls them, because you could boil lobster with the temperatures of the showers that I take.
Hot ass shit. Okay.
Listen, my daddy said if your skin don't squeak, you're not clean. So the dye is gonna come off the towel, and that dye can compromise your pH. So if you're not using white towels, at least to wash your pussy or wash your penis, you got a problem. So it's so many different things. It's not always a problem necessarily of someone, maybe just y'all's pHs ain't compatible, and that's just what the fuck it is. You got to figure it out. Either quit fucking them or rubber up.
All right. I'm not gonna keep dealing with this shit. Okay.
That's an important topic. People want to know from a sexologist.
Nope. Here's what we gonna do. Cause I'm pretty sure that y'all got an hour's worth of goddamn communication. So here's what you need to do. You need to go on her goddamn website. And you need to sign up for a class.
This is facts.
She can't keep giving
the
game
giving us some shit
for free.
She is giving us some shit.
Student loans is real, my G.
She got chilling.
Biden ain't
She got cheering. She trying to go places. She didn't already been places. She done been kept on stage and shit. And y'all over here getting the game. So at this time, I would like to say, I'm gonna pay for your little class.
Little class. You see,
because as a
that
black
sound like
person,
shade,
as a
Goody.
black person, that's how I throw shade.
That sound like
I'ma
shade.
pay
For your little class.
for your little
little
class.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them.
Well, I would say don't do the replay, the pussy eating replay. Wait.
No. I want to do the class straight up, but I need everybody to know.
Are you going to start doing in person anytime soon again?
Maybe.
Yes, but not until like April or May.
Okay.
But we got to get you again before February is out, before Black History is out, or maybe we just wait to May, whatever. But y'all not going to keep getting this shit for free. Y'all going to have to tune in because what she's giving us is something that is monumental, something that is breaking generational curses.
Yes.
So stop acting like it. I ain't gonna keep giving y'all an hour and a half of fucking conversation. And Miss Goody then fucking told y'all what yuck.
Look, and Tootsie comes with lube and cleaner. She's ready to go out the bag.
Dripping and shit.
Say yuck.
Cause Tootsie is dripping. As soon as I pick this nigga up, Tootsie is
Don't worry
dripping.
about what.
So at the end of the day,
It ain't tricking if you got it.
y'all need to hit us up again. What we do is this is vodka and cognac. We told y'all we gonna be petty. We told y'all we gonna give y'all education, but at the end of the day, this is what we're gonna present to you, the off the cuff. Shout out to Ask Goody for even sharing her moment.
Follow IG, Facebook, all the socials. Ask ASK Goody Goody. Ask Goody.
I got some stuff coming too that I want to tell y'all about, and I have a
Go ahead and
gift
share
for the listening public, right?
Oh,
so
tell us.
So it's February right now. So it's Love Month, it's Condom Month, and it's Black History Month.
Make some Scorpios.
Oh my God. Make some.
Is that what happens?
Make some Scorpios.
So right now I have a Valentine raffle that I'm doing. I have curated a pleasure collection worth over $300.
Yay.
One raffle ticket is $5. You can buy one raffle ticket per email address.
Okay.
Okay. That raffle is happening on February 9th so that I can overnight it the next day so they'll have it by Valentine's Day.
Nice.
February 10th, I'm hosting my sensual intelligence workshop. It's only $25. And what the sensual intelligence workshop is it shows you that sensuality is experiencing non-sexual pleasure through all 6 of the senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, scent, and feel. And when you move through the world experiencing non-sexual pleasure through all 6 of the senses, then when you're in a sexual position, you experience sex through all 6 of the senses. And it makes you more receptive to experiencing the over 18 different kinds of orgasms that the human body has to offer.
18.
$25. You need to buy
That's
it.
pretty fucking cheap.
It's cheap because listen, I'm starting out the new year trying to be more accessible, but yesterday's price is not today's price.
And please believe.
I just submitted. Me and my team just submitted a podcast pitch to own.
You gonna
Come on,
So please know.
We putting energy up in the
You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's price is not today's price. So if you get this $25 shit, you better get it. And
get it.
If you can't be there for that time and date, you buy the ticket anyway because you'll get access to the replay for 30 days. Nice. I really try to be accessible because, like I said, if it's not accessible, it's not revolutionary. I consider myself a revolutionary. Freedom is what other people give you. Liberation is what you do for yourself. What I do is liberation work.
I love
right?
that.
Also, for everybody that's viewing all the vodka and cognac fam out there, if you go to askgoody.com and you use code VNC, you will get 15% off anything on the site. That includes sex toys, goody gear, and
You're
replays.
welcome, niggas.
That does not include live workshops. Okay, live workshops.
It'll be right there.
Right, it'll be right there. Live workshops are not included, but it does include all products, all goody gear, which is like the t-shirts like this, and the replays. It includes that as well. And then
and that's V, the letter N, the letter C.
Yes. Victor, Nicholas, Charlie. And then in March, February is Valentine's Day. Well, March is Steak and Blowjob Day. March 14th. is steak and blowjob day. And so the lick,
Somebody's gonna get lucky.
the lick workshop, I'm partnering with a local chef, and we're gonna do a little. She's gonna do some steak recipe cards and
So at a restaurant.
No. This is all still virtual because I don't.
Okay,
I'm not
virtual.
doing this.
Okay.
So it's still virtual.
Okay.
But you'll get recipe. She has a recipe card that you'll get with your ticket on how to prepare the steak in its totality and all that good shit. And you'll get the blowjob class, and that's happening live on Zoom, and it will be March 9th, I think. I have to look at the date. I'm not sure.
I like it.
And then in April 14th is Cupcakes and Cunnilingus. And that is in response to Steak and Blowjob Day. And I'll be teaching my lip service workshop in April. So I haven't figured out the dates for March and April yet. I don't know them off the dome. But yeah, that's a whole thing. And that's where we're at with it. Ain't nobody fooling me.
Go to, what is your website so that people can go get Goody gear like these amazing t-shirts as well as toys? Where can they go to get that?
askgoody.com, askgoody.com, and join the Goody Gang because that's my email list. But the thing about being on the Goody Gang, the email list, when I launch new classes, you'll get the new class links 48 hours before the classes go live because they sell out. You get new discount codes, you find out about the new toys, you get different content. And when I go back to going outside, because outside is ghetto,
It is.
when I go back outside, because right now it's just like I only do like colleges and conferences, but when I go back to traveling, the Goody Gang will inform where my tour goes. So they'll get like, and I'm doing like, Goody Gang only meet and greets, and things like that.
Nice.
So y'all need to get the Goody Gang because
Get off in there while you can.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So, one more time. One more time.
Can't stand your ass.
Fellas, if she got one of these.
oh, you want to talk about that real
Yes.
quick?
Okay.
No,
real
I
quickly.
don't want to talk about this.
Hush. Okay. Real quickly. Talk about why.
I'm
Can you talk about?
Just sit down.
Tell y'all why I'm leaving.
So
I'm
that-
tell y'all why I'm leaving. Because she had that bitch. And then she ain't want me to fuck with her
Okay.
no more. Fuck a goddamn Rose. Fuck
Okay.
y'all.
It's Rose Quan. That's what they call him on the internet, Rose Quan.
She cheated on me with a rose, nigga.
That's because you didn't know how to do it with her. It's not an either or
I figured it out,
situation.
but it still ain't the same.
So the rose is really popping right now because
Why?
it uses
Why?
air pulse technology to suck and vibrate on the clitoris, right? But clit sucking toys are also amazing nipple toys, and we all have nipples, right? So if
we
you
can use
ride,
these on our men.
you can use it on your male partners. If you riding dick, just reach down, put the rose on one nipple, put your mouth on the other nipple, call it a
And
day.
it's on.
Most men do enjoy nipple play, but they're not going to ask for it because nipples are feminized in our culture. But most of them enjoy that shit. And you can put it on the frenulum
Oh.
right here,
Hey.
and you can put it on the perineum, which that seam we were talking about. Okay.
Okay.
But it's also a great addition to oral sex. So if you're eating pussy, you can put it on the clitoris, and you can just be running your tongue across the vaginal canal. Or if you're actually stroking, you can be stroking and then have the rose and hold the rose on the clit. So this is a great couples toy. It's non-assuming. It's not dick-shaped, and it's not bigger than him.
Yes.
If it is bigger than him, you already love him. Y'all go together. He is your person. So it's not going to be a threat. There's another variation.
Bad one.
So this one is
I'm gonna give you money for that.
this one is the rose thruster. And so this is what happens. So this part sucks on the clit, and then this part thrusts, and you can change the speeds and all of that stuff.
With it.
And so it's great to be inserted into the vaginal canal and then using it on the clit. So again, it's great for oral sex because you can have this part inserted into the vaginal canal and be performing oral sex on the clit and everything.
Right.
And then every once in a while you can just put it back up there, you
Yeah.
know, and like while you're nibbling on the inner upper thigh or something like that, and then kind of tag team with the rose because sex toys are
Amazing.
they are enhancements, not replacements.
Please believe that. Please, men,
then
understand that.
This one is a rose, and this vibrates. So you see it
Nice.
spinning in my hand. Like, so this can be inserted into the vagina. It can be inserted into the anus, and then you use this part on the clit. If you put anything in your ass, though, please know that's it. It's an ass toy. That's it. You can't clean.
After that, it's just an ass toy.
These are all body safe silicone, rechargeable, waterproof accessories.
But still,
If
once
you put
it
it in
goes
your
in the
ass,
ass,
it's
an
an
ass toy.
Period.
Okay, y'all, that was
I ain't talking about no
Says.
goddamn rose.
it's an ass toy. Okay,
I'm not talking about the fucking rose.
Sace has returned.
And then
Okay.
in the middle of the night, she asked
So
me
what we
about
are
the
doing
rose.
right now, make sure that you follow Ask Goody, and that's ASKGOODY. Are you coming back, Sace?
I'm gonna come back, but we ain't gonna be talking about that rose on my goddamn watch. Fuck that hoe. Rose Quan.
Roll the corn out here. Hit the corn.
Make sure you follow us. Follow me at Mocha Soulfly. That's MOKAHSOULFLY. Follow Alsace at.
Shit. You ain't gonna get in that goddamn rose.
Get in the mic and tell
That's
them
not
where
your
to follow
Instagram.
you.
Oh, that ain't my Instagram.
It's not.
That's my new Instagram. You ain't getting that goddamn rose. I put in good strokes for your ass. I'm sorry. All right. So follow me.
Follow Alsace.
Follow me at the Alsace. No,
Follow
for real.
us at Vodka.
I gotta spell mine though.
Oh, go ahead.
You know they can't
Yeah,
spell.
because it might be Alsace. Okay, go ahead.
Alsace, but TheAlsace, AKA. Don't ask me for the rose after I done put in my goddamn fucked up ass back for you.
Sace is done with the rose. Okay.
Nah,
Follow
for real.
us.
Thank you, Rose, for finishing up the job because I went to bed.
See.
Follow us at Vodka and Cognac, and that's Vodka and Cognac on IG. And also look that up on YouTube. We'll have clips of Goody dropping all of these damn gems that she dropped tonight. I hope you are tuning in and share because sharing is caring.
Yes, because we cannot run ads. This cannot be monetized. You have to
cannot
share
be
it organically.
monetized. It has to be shared organically. So share.
That's fucked up that it can't be
share.
shared. Sis, I want to say thank you to you,
What?
to Caution, to Mr. Howard, to Zama. Y'all can't see him. But more importantly, I just want to thank Goody for giving us knowledge that this is worth
So many gems.
this is worth thousands of fucking dollars. This is
Period.
if
Straight
they're
up.
giving motivational fucking speeches for you guys to do, and you go and pay $5,000 for that, you should most certainly do this so you can have a successful relationship,
Yes.
a successful sexual life.
Successfully raising humans who are going to be somebody's partners.
And don't have to find sex toys in your daddy closet, but you.
Sate's got some trauma. Apparently, we're gonna learn about that this year.
Thankfully, I ain't
Trust.
learned about that until I was an adult. But at the end of the day, I am appreciative to parents who are sex positive, who
Yes.
are just like
Snap to that.
I'ma just gonna speak it to that are just like you, Dr. Goody. You know what I'm saying? That's letting us know that this is how we should be handling things. So
Yeah.
I mean, or at least some variation thereof. If you're not comfortable, your child's going to know it.
Yeah.
But in an effort to empower yourself, right? In an effort to empower your child, you will also be empowering yourself. And that trauma that we have, that we perpetuate on each other. Oh, it happened to me and I'm fine. You're not, because you're trying to do it to them.
Mm.
Right? So just even not, everybody ain't me. And I have colleagues that are way beyond what I'm doing. And I'm like, nah. Nope. You know, partners spending nights and shit. Good day.
yeah.
You're going to pay for a room like everybody else. Ain't nobody fucking in my house but me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there. I'm not trying to get there.
Yeah, so you're not allowing sex in that.
No, but you're trained. See, I don't. So how about this? My 18-year-old, I don't know if he's having sex or not. I know I prepared him for success.
Wow.
I don't need to know. I know that when it's time for him to make those life decisions, he's going to make the best decision for himself and his partner. Period.
Okay.
But he won't be in my house.
Yeah, my daddy was like, yo, you a lesbian? Let me tell you how to pimp these bitches.
Oh no. He will be on brand, and he, like I said, he is prepared for
He
success.
gonna be on brand.
He's on brand and prepared for success. I just don't know if he's employing any of the things he's learned.
Yeah. Do you want to know?
I don't care either way. It don't matter to me.
Okay. Cool. Like, we got to bring you back on.
For
But
sure.
I don't know.
This
I
has
don't know
been
how we're gonna
amazing.
bring you back on. I feel like we need to bring you back on with people in the crowd, like, you know,
A
of
studio
course.
audience.
Like, yeah, we need a studio audience
Okay.
so other people can ask questions because you are a wealth.
Of
Okay.
information.
Well, we can do like I can send you a link for people to ask questions ahead of time,
That would be dope.
and then because a lot of times people ask the same questions,
Yeah.
so we can just kind of combine the ones that are similar and then answer.
Fact.
It's a thing.
That would be dope.
Shout out to Mr. Howard, you know what I'm
We
saying?
love you.
He back over here in the cut, you know what I mean? We appreciate you. For real, y'all need to go to
the classes. You need to buy the shirts. You
Please.
need to buy the
So important
toys
for you and your children.
And when she publishes this book, make sure you get
Grab
there.
that.
Because it's gonna be a line to get her signature in the book in the first place. So why don't you go ahead and get on board right now? Shout out to Caution. Shout out to All Over Media. Absolutely.
Smalls exclusive art studio in the building.
So
this is where we are.
And I'ma leave y'all with this. Donut inside her. Give us more Scorpios.
Peace. We gonna end with that shit.
Don't need no condoms.